Hello, welcome to another video. As you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, today I am doing a reading my 5-star predictions video. So I'll link it up there, I think. Last month I think it was, or 2 months ago, I don't know, sometime fairly recently, I did a 5-star predictions video. And the thing is I do these sort of things quite often where I'll make a list of the 12 books I'm really excited to read, the 23 books I want to read in 2023, the 10 books that are going to self-destruct if I don't read them this year. And the problem is I make these lists, I then never do anything with them. I forget what's there and I just don't do anything with that list. So I thought with my 5-star predictions, which I think I had 12, I'm going to, every few months, read 2 or 3 of those books and then vlog my reactions to see, am I right? Do I know my own tastes? Do I give those books 5-star or do I not? So the 3 that I'm going to read in this vlog are Finlay Donovan is Killing It by Elle Cosimano, Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and maybe, this is a big maybe, Ship of Magic, checking the title on that one, by Robin Hobb. So this weekend it is Easter. So I have decided it is a bank holiday weekend, it's a 4-day weekend. I'm going back home to my parents and I'm going to basically ignore my April TBR for the weekend and I'm going to read these books. Now I think these 2 I'm going to get through easily. I'll probably read each of them in a day. This one I will not finish, no chance. I don't actually know if I'm going to read this one in this vlog. 1 second, let me just move the cat. So I'm in front of my window here at my flat, at my house, and I've got tomato plants growing on my windowsill. Where does Bella think it would be a good place to try and sit on? My very small tomato plants, so we're not having that. Anywho, what I was saying was with Ship of Magic, I do want to read this, but when I read the Farseer trilogy, each book took me over a month to read. I'm a very fast reader. These books, they just take me a while. So I'm not sure, and I don't know whether I want to go down the audio route with these ones or physically read them. I physically read the last ones. I haven't audiobooked any Robin Hobb, so I don't know how much I enjoy Robin Hobb audiobooks. I'm sure I will like them. So I might start this one, but I know I won't finish it. But yeah, this one is very much a maybe. So with all of that said and done, I'm going to leave you and check back in a bit when I've read something.
Okay, lighting is awful, but I'm in bed, so we're getting what we're getting. I'm also very shaky. So I'm going to start off this vlog with Finlay Donovan is Killing It. I'm really excited by this one. This is the one where, this is probably the one that I have highest hopes of being a 5-star. It's got everything, I feel like it's got everything that I look for in a 5-star. It could definitely be my next 5-star read. I also have heard really, really good things from a lot of people who've read it. I've heard the series itself isn't that great and it does go slightly downhill, but this book itself is meant to be fantastic. So I'm excited to see what I think. I'm hoping, so it's Friday night at the moment, I'm hoping that I can read Finlay Donovan. Probably will take me most of tomorrow and possibly Sunday as well. I don't know if I'm going to get another book read this weekend. This vlog might end up being going into the following week as well, which is absolutely fine. Realistically, I don't think I'm going to get the Robin Hobb read. There's a book that I was reading for work that I had to get finished and that took me slightly longer than I realised. And I also have 2 other books for work that I need to read ideally before the end of the month, which I had forgotten about. Neither of those were on my planned TBR for the month. I mean, neither was this one or Icebreaker, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to squeeze in Ship of Magic. I do have it on audio though, it is on script, so I might audiobook Ship of Magic throughout the month, so it probably won't appear in this vlog, but I'll read it and I will update you at some later point in the month. And we'll try and get the slightly better bad lighting. I've only got a bedside lamp on. Anyway, I'm going to start reading Finley Donovan, and I will check in with you when I've read a bit and know what I'm talking about. See you in a bit. Do you not mind? I reckon. Right, I need to come out. Stop trying to eat me. Okay, baby lambs. Oh, that's noisy. Hello. So I forgot to actually update you while I was reading, but I finished reading Finley Donovan. I loved it. It was so good. So if you didn't know, Finley Donovan follows Finley, obviously. She is a single mum, struggling author, and she is in a diner with her agent talking about the plot for her new book. Someone overhears her, thinks that she is a hit woman, which was the plot of her new book, and hires her to kill her husband. Basically, things escalate from there. Finley finds the man, thinks, well, I'm not actually going to kill him, realises that he is trying to attack a woman, and so swaps the glasses so that he gets drugged rather than the woman. He ends up kind of passed out in the back of her car, and she's like, well, what am I going to do with this man? I need to go and just get rid of him. He's passed out. She goes back to the car to kind of kick him out somewhere, and he's dead. So she has suddenly now got a dead body on her hands, plus $50,000 in her bank from the lady who hired her as a hit woman. It was so good. I loved the characters. I loved the plot. I thought it had the right amount of humour in there. I'm going to run it through Corpile now and just see what we get to. So I've got my laptop on my lap, which is why I'm kind of looking down here. What I might do actually is, what I might do is just kind of try and hold you over here. I'm filming on my phone again because I haven't charged my camera. Okay, characters for Finley. I really enjoyed them. I really liked Finley. I thought she was very realistic, very approachable, very engaged. I enjoyed her as a character. I liked the other characters as well. I'm going to give characters a 9. Atmosphere, I liked it. It felt realistic while still being clearly a fantasy. Not necessarily fantasy, that's not the word, but you know, it felt realistic while still being clearly fictional is the word I'm looking for. I'm going to give that a 9 as well. Writing. The writing was fine. There was nothing in the writing that irritated me. There was no sort of stylistic choices that I disliked. There was no... She didn't use the phrase, she let out a breath, she didn't know she was holding, which automatically drops points for me because that phrase just really annoys me. It wasn't groundbreaking. There was nothing that was like I'd never seen before that was really incredible, but it was absolutely fine. I'm gonna again give it a 9. Plot I thought was really good. I haven't even though I don't feel like it's necessarily a completely unique storyline, I've not read anything similar to that before. Will the plot stay with me forever and ever and be a new favourite? Probably not. But I am going to give it a 9.5 because I did really like the plot. Why is my laptop beeping at me? Intrigue. So I didn't... Someone just walked in then. I didn't guess everything that was going to happen. I'm going to give it a 9. Logic, I think everything made sense. 9. Enjoyment, I'm giving it a 10. I did really enjoy it. So that gets a 9.21 and a 5 star. So that is my first 5 star in this 5-star prediction reading vlog. I clearly know my own tastes. Yay. I'm going to move on to Icebreaker by Hannah Grace and check in with you when I've started reading that one. See you soon.
Hello. So I do need to just apologise. I mean, you probably know this already. I am crap at vlogging. So I think the last time I spoke to you was when I did my core piling of Finny Donovan is Killing It. So since then, I have started Icebreaker, I have fallen in love with Icebreaker, and I have finished Icebreaker. I will core pile it now with you. Sorry if I keep on looking down. I've got a blanket over my knees because I am a perpetually cold old lady, and Bracken has just tried to steal my blanket. She's snuggled herself in it between my legs, so she's currently trying to pull it off my legs, which is very annoying. So I'm going to try and keep myself vaguely in frame while I do this. So if I'm looking weird, it's because there's a lot of concentration happening right now. Core piles. So where are we? Core pile, if you don't know, because I don't know if I explained this last time, is a rating system designed by G at Book Roast. I'll try and link it up here somewhere. If not, I'll put her channel down below. It is my favourite rating system. I absolutely adore it. I love that you actually get quite a detailed opinion. For me, it helps me form my opinion on why I'm rating a book the way I am, rather than me just going, nah, 5 star. And that is literally what I used to do, just have no idea, be like, I liked it, it was good, without being able to really formulate why I liked it, or what I liked about it necessarily. Anyway, so Core Pile uses 7 different categories, which I'm going to run through. So let's start off with characters. I've got to give it a 10, you know. I loved Anastasia. I thought she was a really interesting character. I thought she was very well-rounded. I loved Nate. I thought he also was really well-rounded. I liked the fact that with both of them, they weren't just kind of a two-dimensional, oh, I'm a sports star, therefore I am great. You know, they both had range of emotions. They both, basically they just felt like real people. Also, it had Henry in it, and Henry is my new favourite character. He's sweeter than a cinnamon roll and just fantastic. Atmosphere. Do I go a perfect 10? The last book I gave a perfect 10 for Atmosphere was I'll Always Be With You, and this is a lot better than I'll Always Be With You. So yeah, we're going a perfect 10 for Atmosphere. So I've got to say, the sex in this starts early on. It starts at about page 120. It's like about a 450 page book. But hello, it's spicy, it's steamy, and it is good. It's so good. So yeah, the sort of spicy atmosphere, fantastic. But what I really loved is that there was a genuine plot in this book that wasn't just 2 people having sex. I mean, so first of all, obviously you've got, I don't think I've actually explained what this book is even about, but you've got a figure skater and a hockey player, and one of the ice rinks at their university has been damaged, so the figure skating team and the ice hockey team now have to share a rink, which neither are happy about, especially not the skaters, because it is the hockey players' rink that was damaged, and so they blame the hockey team. And of course the romance is between our figure skater Anastasia and our ice hockey captain Nate, who is gorgeous. Sorry. But so I loved how we had that plot line. But we also then obviously have the romance. We've then got another plot line of the two figure skaters, Anastasia and Aaron. There's talk of disordered eating, let's say, and like body dysmorphia, which again, I really enjoyed. I thought that representation was done well. There was other plot lines with the family, then there was other plot lines with other members in the team as well. And I thought it was really well done. I'm going to have to go perfect 10 on writing as well. The writing I loved. One thing that I particularly enjoyed, and I don't really know quite which part I should put this under, but I'm sticking it under writing for now, is that every time they had sex, they discussed consent. And not just, can I stick it in? But there was proper consent and proper discussion of consent. There was even a part which I loved, and I took a photo of it and sent it to my friends, where Nate is really drunk and he's trying it on with Anastasia, and she says, oh, there's no way I'm having sex with you when you're this drunk. And he, in his drunken state, says, yeah, you can't give consent when you're drunk. And it sounds so stupid, but I just love the fact that that was included, that we have got a male protagonist who is saying drunk people can't give consent, especially from a sports player, where again, their kind of typical sort of view is sports stars just will shag anything. So I just thought it was fantastic. Plot. So I have spoken about the plot and how I love that there were different plot lines. I'm going to give it a 9.5. I thought it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed the plot. The ending and the epilogue, I could have done without. But this is very much a me thing. I'm not going to say what the ending or the epilogue are, but it used two tropes that happens quite often in endings and epilogues of romance books, and I hate them. I don't think that we need to end every single romance in that way, so it lost a half point for that. Intrigue. I did read the whole book in like 2 days. I'm going to give it a 9 because while I did enjoy it, I'm giving it a 9. I was very intrigued. I did want to read it. I really loved it, but I wasn't sort of unable to put it down. I actually was watching sprints yesterday with Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy, and I'll link a channel down below. But she and I can't remember who else was on there with her, but they were discussing reading in the shower. This wasn't a book that I wanted to take into the shower with me. Not just to read it anyway. So yeah, it scored high on intrigue, but it wasn't a perfect 10. Logic. I feel like, so for me, for logic, I should just say logic is when does everything in this world make sense? And I feel like it basically did. I'm going to give it a 9 because I feel like pretty much everything made sense. But there are parts that I was a bit like, would that happen? Like the fact that nobody noticed that Anastasia was seriously under eating. Like, didn't her coach notice that? And yeah, just a couple of things that kind of thought was a bit, doesn't make sense. Enjoyment has got to be a 10. Oh, I just wrote in 110. It's got to be a 10. It was fantastic. That scored, as a shock to no one, a 5-star 9.64. I have a feeling that is possibly my highest 5-star to date. This year anyway. Let me just have a look. I think it is, yeah, it is the highest I have rated a book this year. I'm very excited. So go and read Icebreaker. My battery's flashing, so I need to change that. But yeah, I'm going to see if I've got time to read Ship of Magic. I keep on want to call it the Mad Ship, but I think that's the second one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get Ship of Magic, but I'm going to try. So I'll see you when I next see you. Who knows when that will be. I'm moving. Hello. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap up this vlog now. I haven't started Shipper Magic, but I just sort of thought actually it's now Thursday. I want this vlog out potentially Sunday, if not today. It depends whether or not I get anything else filmed now. So I'm not going to get Shipper Magic barely even started, to be honest. The problem is I'm also reading the Wheel of Time series and the First Law series, which are two big chunky fantasy series. So while I am desperate to start Shipper Magic, which I have got still next to me, realistically, am I going to get it read and finished by the time like this year while I'm reading two other big series? I don't know. I've got Bella with me again. She does like attention. So yeah, I'm not going to start that one. But just to recap on the two books that I did read, Finley Donovan is Killing It and Icebreaker. I was right. They're both 5 stars. I adored them. This one I loved. I loved the characters. I loved Finley. I loved her. I loved Vero, her nanny. I actually really liked the character, to make that clear, of Teresa. She's a horrible person, but I liked the characterization, and same with her ex-husband Stephen. I liked the characterization. I didn't like his character. But yeah, I thought this was so good. I thought it was clever. It was funny in all the right places. It was funny without trying to be funny. It was perfect. I cannot rate this highly enough. Cannot recommend this highly enough, especially if you want to start getting into like thrillers or crime books. This is such a good entry. And then Icebreaker. So I finished reading this one very late Monday night. Very late Tuesday night, actually. I started reading it on Monday. I have not stopped talking about it. I have been telling everybody to read this book. Anyone who has read it, I've just been like basically gushing at them. Sorry, that's a really not a great word to use. I've adored this book. Anastasia is just amazing. Nate, I love him. Henry, I don't want him to be my boyfriend, but I want him in my life. I'm obsessed. I also have seen Hannah Grace has got another book out in October. I am already obsessed with that one. That follows Russ, who you don't see very much of in Icebreaker, but is there. I'm so excited. I love this. I loved everything about it. The smut is top level. The angst is there. The tension is there. The third act breakup made sense. The drama with Aaron was perfect. So I should just say as well, I don't know if, I know I have spoken about this before, but a real pet peeve of mine is when a third act breakup is there just to kind of tick that box that you've got in a third act breakup, but it doesn't actually add to the story. So for example, there was a book I read where they had the third act breakup, the man starts driving home, she decides that she forgives him. Oh no, he starts driving home. He gets home, he changes his mind, he turns around and comes back to the girl's house, or wherever she is, and that's it, they're reconciled. And I'm like, what did that add to the story? Nothing. Like, there was no tension there, like completely pointless. So, tangent, that doesn't happen in Icebreaker. Yeah, the breakup in this made sense. And again, you know, I don't feel like it's a spoiler to say that because everybody knows that every single romance has a third act breakup. But it made sense in this one and it was fantastic. And I am now going to read everything that Hannah Grace ever writes because it's fantastic. I'm also going to find me some more ice hockey romances, which did not know was a thing that I was into. But yeah, 10/10, love this, recommend. So for my first Read and 5-star predictions vlog, I think this was very successful. I'm very happy with myself. I know my tastes. I'm happy. Again, to be fair, these were the two that I was most confident on because they were the two that I first of all picked up. So yeah, I'm excited. And I'm excited on what I'm going to read in the next one. But I will see what happens in that next one. Let me know down below if you have read either of these two books, Icebreaker or Finley Donovan is Killing It, and what your thoughts were, what your ratings were. Let me know if you ever do this as well. Do you ever predict ratings for books and then actually read and check to see where you write? If you like this video, please give me a like, please subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!